transition. There we go. Hello. Hello. How are we all doing this fine Thursday night? As we are watching a very abridged round 13 for this, obviously because on Wednesday is game 1 of State of Origin. So of course there's going to be a bit of a shortened round. So hello Fab Castro, hello Whitey, Kades, hello Rafael Dialisa, Milo Papelo, and Solify Oos. Who do you think will win? It's gonna be interesting, but I don't know, because I've got Brisbane have got a debuting winger in Selwyn Cobbo because of Xavier Coates being selected for the Maroons team. Dragons look like a fairly solid team, and Dragons are coming off. Both teams are coming off losses. Hopefully Bronx, but probably Dragons. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Brisbane actually might pull this out. To be fair, because I know Dragons were a little bit rattled when it came to the Tigers, but they got Ben Hunt playing. So it's one of those, if Dragons lose, I think they'll be out of the top 8. That actually might be the case. Actually, I'm gonna get some stats here, but very interesting to see how Selwyn Cobbo goes in this matchup. I'm just going to check the ladder now to see of the stats of what would happen. So if the Dragons do lose, it depends on how big they lose, because they could either, at best, stay 8th, because currently at the moment there are 4 teams stuck on 10 points. The Dragons have got the best for and against with -19. The next is the Warriors in 9th with -40. Then -55 for the Titans, and then -85 for Newcastle. So, depending on how... So, worst case scenario, they'll go 11th. Best case scenario, they stay in the 8th. But obviously, there are a bunch of other teams that play this round, including the Titans and the Knights. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what does come out of this match. Yes, Milo Pup, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the Hanson family. That's a bit dodgy. 1 more minute. Yeah, we're very close till kickoff. Basically, this is a final ad break, and then the stream will kick off. So with the lineups here, actually for this is the latest lineups. This isn't like there's going to be changes. This was written just 20 minutes ago. So for the Dragons, you've got Dufty at fullback, you've got Cody Ramsey and Michaeli Ravalawa on the wings, you've got Braden William and Gerard Beale in the centres, Corey Norman at 5'8", Ben Hunt at halfback, Blake Laurie, Andrew McCullough and Paul Vaughton in the prop hooker prop positions, Josh Kerr and Jack Bird in the second row, and Jackson Ford at lock. The interchange consists of Talatau Amoni, Pawasa Fa'amasili, David Alvaro and Jack DeBellin, and their reserve is Cade Ellis, who is the 18th man. Then for Brisbane, you've got Jermaine Asako at fullback. On the wings, you've got Selwyn Cobbo and David Mead. Selwyn Cobbo making his debut. You've got Herbie Farnworth and Jesse Arthurs in the centres. Albert Kelly at 5'8". Tyson Gamble at halfback. You've got Matthew Lodge, Jake Turpin, and Thomas Flegler in prop hooker prop. You got Alex Glenn and Tavita Pangai Jr. in the second row, and you got John Asiata at lock. You got Kobe Hetherington, Keenan Palacia, Ethan Bullymore, and TC Rabati on the interchange, and Jordan Ricky is the 18th man. So it'll be very interesting to see. Obviously, Payne Haas is not playing for Brisbane because where are they playing? Are they playing at Nestrata Jubilee? So they're playing at Jubilee. I was genuinely actually thinking of going to this match. No joke, was actually thinking about going from Newcastle down here. But in terms of the actual travel, I wouldn't be back home till about 4 in the morning. So, yeah, screw that. So basically, that was the tactics for it. I was going to take the train from Broadmeadow down to Central, and then you've got to take a train from Central to Carlton Station, and then you've got to walk to Nestrata Jubilee. Or whatever. Did you go to the Knights' last game? Yes, I did. I did go to the Manly game. I didn't vlog anything, mostly because I was... let's just say, where I was sitting was in the area of the... well, there's a fair amount of Manly supporters, but, yeah, it was a good win by Newcastle. Obviously, you can say that the Simbins did benefit Newcastle a bit. It definitely did, but... It was weird, like, bringing the play all the way back for a Simbin is just ridiculous. Even though they did benefit the Knights, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Because very easily it could have been the other way, and it would have been me screaming for bloody murder. But, yeah, very interesting that, I thought the Knights were going to get belted, to be completely honest, but somehow didn't happen. And I'm very happy for that. And we play Parramatta next week, which should be a very... if we trying to prove ourselves, like, if we are actually a good team. I know Mitchell Pearce is set to come back not far away. I do know Tyson Frizzell's out for 8 weeks, so that's going to be a bit of a blow. So Brisbane now... they're getting rid. Brisbane are now going to come out onto the field now. So there's only 4 games this round. So tomorrow is the Tigers-Penrith game. That should be interesting depending on... because... there are 4 Penrith players in the Blues team, which obviously includes Nathan Cleary, Jerome Luai, Brian To'o, and Liam Martin. I believe he's the other one. Okay, here comes the Brisbane Broncos, led out by their captain for the match is Alex Glenn. It does say Pearce is coming. I know Callum Ponga is actually, apparently he's not playing Origin for some... Allegedly, I know Queensland like to do that, but apparently he's been officially ruled out. Now they're trying to do it with Munster, but it's like, no, he's definitely playing. So Brisbane now walking out onto the park at Nostrada Jubilee, or it was just called Jubilee Stadium. I was like, wasn't it Wynn Stadium, or is that the one down at Wollongong? Not exactly too sure, but should be a very interesting encounter to see what will happen. Selwyn Cobbo, hoping some big things to come for the Broncos. And now here come the Dragons, now led out by Ben Hunt. Get it, both teams desperately needing. I think it's more the Dragons. Win is South. Yeah, okay. When is the game starting? The game is starting right about now because both teams have the Dragons have just come onto the field, so we are very close now from kickoff. As it's 7:54, I just had to check the time. Dragons 28-24 or Broncos 2016 says Fatima. Okay, who's kicking off? By the way it's looking, I think it's going to be the Dragons who are kicking off the match. Yep, it's going to be the Dragons kicking off here. They are running, as the pen goes, screen right. Not a big crowd there, but then it is a Thursday. We are underway now. Kickoff has just happened. We are underway for the Dragons-Broncos match. And here's the first hit up here. That is the number 8. That's Matthew Lodge getting right into it for the first tackle on the 10. Now here comes the second tackle now. It's going to be on the 15 here. That was Tavita Pango who took the second hit up there. Here's the third one. Here's Flegler. Makes it to the 20 for the third tackle. You need to be careful because it might give away a set restart here. They don't. Oh, they do actually. It's a ruck and fidget, so there's a set restart there for Brisbane as John Asiata now makes it to the 35 for the first tackle. Getting it down the right side here. There's another run up here by Tavita Pangai, who makes it to the 45. Still inside of Brisbane's half now. Now they're going to give it off to... that is Asiata again now. Makes it to halfway now for the third tackle. It's going to be interesting which way they'll go. They're going to give it off to Lodge now. And Lodge will make it to the 45 inside of the Dragons half now for the fourth tackle. Now they're going to go down the left side again. Now it's Asiata. Now it's given to Tavita Pangai. And he's going to take some big meters. Now 20 meters away from the try line now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. And it's given off to Kelly. And Kelly's taken the kick. It's high in the air. And it's been taken by Selwyn Cobbo. But he's going to get brought down inside the 10. Oh. That's unfortunate there for Selwyn Cobbo. He did take a brilliant catch there, but he unfortunately was brought down inside the 10. Now the Dragons have possession. So here is the first tackle. That's when he listed to Go Sell and Copper represent Cherbourg. So very exciting. Very exciting for the unplayed. Here's that was an awkward attack as Paul Vaughton gets brought down on the 25 for the third tackle. Now here comes, that's the fourth tackle. I think it's the number 8. That's Blake Laurie for the Dragons. It was Blake Laurie, makes it to the 35, the fourth. And it's an early kick here. I don't think they were going for a 40-20 there because they were back past the 30. And here comes the take. I believe that is David Mead, I believe, who's taking the ball. And he gets brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. Now here comes the second hit up. Makes it to the 35 for the second. Now they're getting into the offside. That's Jesse Arthurs now makes it to the 45 for the third tackle. Big runs coming up at the moment. They're going to go down the right side here. That's number 7. That is Tyson Gamble. Now they're inside of the Dragons half now. 35 metres away. Now Lodge going straight at McCullough, and he gets brought down for the last tackle. 25 metres out. Last tackle is the kick over the top for Gamble. It's a bit of a dodgy kick, and it's an easy take there for Cody Ramsey for the Dragons. Oh, you be careful with the players going down with the arms clipping the head, but second tackle, Brisbane Dragons still inside the 10 here. Anyways, it's a set restart actually for a ruck infringement, as that is Jack Bird now making it to the 15. Now, bit of a flat pass there from McCullough, as Ben Hunt was there and he passed behind him, but that could have easily been a knock on there if they weren't switched on. I see there was also another few players from the Dragons actually out, as Tarek Sims is out for Origin, representing. And now Gerard Beale now makes it to the 40 for the fourth tackle. Now they're giving it off to Norman. Norman now making it right on the halfway now. Last tackle here for the Dragons. And they're giving it off to Hunt. And Hunt takes the kick. And it's gone straight to Selwyn Cobbo, who takes it on the 15. Oh, he gets a big hit there by Blake Laurie. Welcome to the big league was basically what that was. Wasn't anything illegal, it was just a big run up there. So here's the second tackle now for Brisbane. Oh, and it's a knock on there by Brisbane. That's a bit unfortunate there for the Broncos. As on their 40, they've tried to get the pass off, and he has accidentally bobbled it from the... Yep, that's a knock on. So 40 metres out now. Bearing in mind the weather is a little bit shaky at the moment. Basically, it went pitch black outside at about 4:30, which is a bit ridiculous. But so a scrum feed here for the St George Illawarra Dragons. 40 metres out, potentially to get the first points on the board, which I think they might need to, because they have. To be completely honest, I mean, it's only been 5 minutes into the match, but I'd say the momentum is slightly in Brisbane's favour. And there's the first tackle there for the Dragons now. They make it to the 35. Now that's number 12. That is Jack Bird. Now making it, trying to power himself towards the 20, and he does. That's some really good post-contact meters by the Dragons. And now Hunt gives a pass off to Blake Laurie. Now just shy of the 10 now. And they're going to go down the right side here. It's a bit of a fake here. And that's to Jack Bird now. He's inside the 10. 5 metres away from the try line now for the fourth tackle. Now they're going to give it off. That's Ben Hunt now. He's got the ball. Oh, it's been to Ramsey. No, it's Norman. Sorry. Norman gets brought back down past the 20. Brilliant tackle there by Alex Glenn now. Last tackle here for the Dragons. 20 metres out. And it's a kick up in the air. It's gone backwards. It's been kicked again by a Dragons player, but it's going to stay in, but it's hit the flag, the post of the thing, so it's going to count as a 20-minute restart here for Brisbane. So a 7-tackle set. So apparently if the ball does hit the actual post, it actually counts as out, which I actually, to be honest, didn't know that was actually a thing. I just thought it was there. So here's the first tackle from the 7 tackle set. They make it to the 40 for the first. Now here comes the number 2. That is Cobbo. Now making it onto halfway for the second tackle. Now they're going to give down the right side now. They've got numbers if they keep pushing. That is, I believe, Tavita Pangai now, making it to the 35 inside of the Dragons half. Great meals. There's a kick from Kelly, and it's a big chase here. Is it too late? No, Mead has grounded it. It's a chase between Mead and Ravalawa, and I believe Mead has beaten him and has scored the first try of the match. There it is. I think I'm going to just probably check the grounding here, but it is 4-0 to the Brisbane Broncos. I was thinking it was very interesting about the kick there by Kelly, but he saw there was a massive gap. Dufty was nowhere to be seen. They're just going to check the... Oh, hang on. They're going to probably have a check at the grounding here, because I don't know if it's actually properly clean. It's a brilliant kick there by Kelly. Chase. Yep, that's completely fine. That is a try there for the Brisbane Broncos. The grounding's all good. So it's the first try of the match, and it goes to David Mead of the Brisbane Broncos. So we're about 8.5 minutes gone, and we get the first try. I do feel like Brisbane were going to get the first try, because the momentum has definitely been in their favour as of this point so far in the match. Mead versus Ravalawa, and Mead does get the try down. Completely outpaces him. It's brilliant speed there by Mead. They are doing a lot of reviews here, so I must be assuming they were checking the grounding, but it looks all good. So now a kick here from Jermaine Asako right on the sideline to make it 6-0 with 8.5 minutes gone in this match. Here's the kick with the curl. That is a beautiful kick. Takes it Morley around the side, but he does get it through, and that is probably one of the best kicks of the season. That is the beautiful amount of curl. It's a brilliant play there by Jake Turpin, who spots the run and tries to go forward, but then goes to the left and passes it to Kelly, who does get the grubber in. So yeah, it's a good bit of play there by the Broncos. Just going to check something actually. So if Brisbane win, obviously there's a bunch of other teams that have to play, but they can get up to equal points with the Raiders, Tigers, and Sharks. But it's unfortunately due to the positive and negative, the for and against actually. So most games for the Broncos, Alex Glenn now becomes the 4th highest player. He's at 274, so he's still about 80 away from Darren Lockyer, who is currently number 1. So here's the third tackle here for Brisbane. Now they make it to the 30. That is Flegler. Now they're going to go down the right side here. That's Alex Glenn now, as we were just talking about. Now makes it to the 40 for the 4th tackle. And they're going to shift it upfield. That's Lodge now. Gets a dummy, but he's going to be met by Paul Vaughton and Jackson Ford just shy of halfway. Now, last tackle here for Brisbane. There's the kick from Gamble. It's a massive kick. Well, it's high in the air. It's going to be met there by Cody Ramsey, who will get brought down just past the 20 for the first tackle. Here comes the second now. That's the number 3. That is Braden William. Makes it to the 30 for the second. And here comes the 4th. That is the number 12. That is Jack Bird. Making it still just past the 40 now. They do make it to the 35 now. Now Hunt now. If they get numbers, if they got paces to give it off to Ravalawa, it's currently on the hands of Beale. And Beale will get brought down just past halfway for the 4th tackle. And now almost a breakthrough there for, I believe that was Paul Vaughton Now 40 metres out. Last tackle here for the Dragons. Here's the kick. It's a floating bomb. Oh, and it's been taken there by Jermaine Asako. Right on the 15 for the first tackle. They're going to go out to the second now. And they make it to the 25. Here's the third tackle now. They make it past the 30 now. You've got to average like these 10-metre gains per tackle. As that's Gamble now who gets... No, it's not Gamble. Actually, that is Herbie Farnworth. He makes it just to the 35 for the fourth tackle. Brisbane got a lot of numbers here, but he couldn't... But that Brisbane player couldn't hang on to it. I mean, he still hanged on to it, but he bobbled it so he couldn't pass. And here's the kick there from Kelly behind the 40, but it's going to be taken. Oh, Ravalawa has dropped it, but it's gone backwards. As he'll get brought down on the 25 for the first tackle. Luckily, he was facing backwards, not forwards for that tackle. Now here comes the second tackle here for St George. They make it to the 30. Now it's another one-upman's. I'm not the biggest fan of the one-upman's plays. But that was Jackson Ford there. Makes it to the third for the 30. Oh, big dummy here. There's a gap. The Dragons are through here and they've fed it off to the number 12. It's Jack Bird. Oh, is he going to have enough pace to get there? He will. Brilliant play there by the Dragons, and the Dragons have not equal, but they're going to equalise because the try was pretty much right next to the black dot. But a brilliant dummy straight through a gap there by the Dragons, and the pass to Jack Bird. I didn't know if Jack Bird was going to have enough pace there because he was being hammered down. I believe that was the number 11. Was it Kerr? And gets the ball off to Jack Bird. It was Gamble and Cobbo who tried to get them, but it was just too little too late. So who was this? Who was the player? I think it's either the number 1 or the number 11. Oh, it's Dufty. Okay, so it was the fullback. And Jack Bird getting the run and getting the try. So 13 minutes gone. It is now 4-6, and this kick here, which should easily go through, will make it 6-all. And here's the kick, and it goes straight down the middle, and it's 6-all. 13.5 minutes gone into this matchup. Dufty, a brilliant dummy there on Gamble, but I've got to say though, fair play to Gamble for making the catch up. But I do feel like Jack Bird is not exactly the fastest player to catch up to. But he made it, so can't take that away from him, to be fair. Hello, Kylie Ann. So now here comes the kickoff now by Brisbane to kick off to restart the match. And it's going to be brought down by the Dragons. And here's number 8, that is Blake Laurie, who makes it to the 10. Only to the 10. It's a good defence there by Brisbane for the first tackle. Now they're going to go to the left side here. That's number 10, that is Paul Vaughton. Makes it to the 20 for the second. Almost a run straight through a gap there for Brisbane. Makes it to the 35 for the third. And it's going to be a set restart anyways here for a ruck infringement here for the Dragons. So now Cody Ramsey now, the Norman actually, they're going down the line here. They make it past halfway now for the first tackle. So fair play to them. So now here's the second tackle. Now they make it to the 45 now. Go Newcastle. Hell yeah. Up the Knights. When is Ampol State of Origin? That is this Wednesday night. Is it? Yeah, it's this Wednesday. The 9th. So here comes the fourth tackle now. That's Paul Vaught now. Makes it to the 20. Hello there, Gary. Nice to see you. Kylie Hand, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Now 15 metres over the try line now. It's a chance here. Oh, it's a bit of a weird deflected kick, but it's gone. But Tavita Pangai has picked it up here. Bit dodgy bit of play there. Don't know why Ben Hunt decided to kick there. So here's the second tackle. Brisbane still inside the 10 here, to be fair. Wait, today is Thursday. Yes. It's next. It's the following Wednesday. The Wednesday coming up. So here's the fourth tackle. Brisbane haven't made it past the 30 yet. So it's some good defense here by Brisbane. Next one, yeah. Last tackle here now for Brisbane. They haven't made it past halfway yet. Here's a kick there from Gamble. It's a bullet kick for a 40-20. And it's just going to be pulled short, and Dufty's able to pick it up there. That could have been very easily a 40-20 if that was just a little bit more powerful. But very good kick, but Dufty's able to get there for the first tackle on just shy of the 30. Now here's number 2. They Selwyn. No, it's not Selwyn. That's Cody Ramsey. He makes it to the 30. Who do you think wins game 1 of Origin? It's very hard to say. It's very hard because with this being in Townsville, deep in Queensland now, the top Dragons here might have a chance to break through here. No, they don't. I honestly am not too sure. As Hunt now gets down the sideline here, and that's a chance. Oh, Cody Ramsey just down the sideline now. Last tackle, 15 metres over the triangle. I'll answer the questions after this bit of play here. So there's a kick over the top here by Corey Norman. It's into the goal mouth, and Brian Kelly dives down. And no, it's not Brian Kelly. Who do you think wins game 1 of Origin? I will. I mean, you got to say Queensland because the game 1 is in Townsville. Oh, it's going to be the Dragons have been. Hang on here. So the Dragons have been dragged Brisbane into the goal mouth because we have a good lineup for the first game. Yeah. So there's a goal line drop. It was a goal line dropout attempt there, but unfortunately, no, not an attempt. But so St George dragged Brisbane back into the goal line, but it was a ruck infringement. Set restart, so it's going to be no advantage. It's going to be a penalty to Brisbane. What? I'm kind of occupied. See, it's the first tackle for Brisbane now. They make it to the 45. Do you think Adokar is good? Oh yeah, easily. He's a fantastic player. Anyway, it's a knock on here by the Dragons. They make it past halfway. New South Wales have Trebojevic and Tedesco, so advantage New South Wales. But that's the thing though. It's like just because a team has good players doesn't mean they're a good team. It's one of those weird things for me. They're playing away 5 minutes away because Jubilee Stadium is 5 minutes away from my house. Hell yeah. Were you talking to your door? No, I've set up a thing so no one comes in. So it was my brother knocking on the door. So I could hear him, but I don't know if the audio on this mic's good to pick it up. So Ravalawa now gets it from the scrum and now makes it to halfway for the first tackle. Now it's number 12, I believe. I believe there's Jack. No, it's not Jack, but that's Jackson Ford. Actually, makes it to the 40 inside of the Broncos half. Bit overcommitting here by Brisbane, but they've dragged him back to the 40. How do I stream? I use Streamlabs. So basically, I have a phone where I watch the actual game, and then I have this set up and edit. I use some things. I use a chance down the line here. Oh, it's a terrible pass there by Brisbane, but it's by Brisbane, no, the Dragons. Sorry. Now it's Cody Ramsey now makes it inside the 30. Last tackle here for the Dragons, and it's a kick over the top here, and it's been picked up there by Isako, and it got brought down inside the 10. I have been using the editing software that came on this laptop, but I'm now using Filmora and trying to learn how to do somewhat better editing for better content. So Tavita Pangai Jr. now makes it to 20. Looks like Ben Hunt took a bit of a head clash there. Is he alright? So here's the fourth tackle now. That is Lodge that gets brought down on the 25. Oh, it's a bit of a slip there, unfair. So last tackle here for Brisbane. Make it past the 30, but here's a big kick now. Do I play Roblox? No, I do not. Or Ramsey leading with his head there. That's very dangerous when you do that against players, especially in this current age of the crackdown. So there's an interchange here for the Broncos now. That is Hetherington now coming on for Matthew Lodge. Second tackle of Brisbane now. The Dragons now on their halfway. They make it past halfway now, the St George. So 45 minutes over the try line now. Oh, almost a big gap there. Got a brilliant offload there. It's the number 3 still going. He's beaten 3 tackles and he's going to score. Braden William has scored for the Dragons. When was the last time New South Wales won a game in Queensland? That would have been 2018, actually. Yeah, because in 2018 we won 2-0. And I think the first game, because the second game was in New South Wales, so the first one had to be in Queensland. No, wait, no, it wasn't. No, that was... no, the first one was in Perth. Yeah, because they don't do the fucking 2 games. They always do the first games always at a neutral venue, like Townsville. But anyway, it's brilliant play there, and Braden William breaks about 4 tackles and charges, beats 1, shoves off Cobbo, beats 3, and that's a brilliant try there by the Dragons. So it's now 10-6 with the kick to come. That's a hard one to pick. Surely it couldn't have been 2014. The Broncos need to pick up their defense game. Definitely. I don't know. Townsville ain't neutral, that's Queensland. Yeah, but that's where game 1's happening. So, I'm not too sure. It's hard to think. Do you like FaZe Rug? I'm to be completely honest, I have not watched FaZe in ages, so I actually do not know who FaZe Rug is. I'm assuming he plays Fortnite. As the kick is successful, so it's 12-6 now to the St George Dragons. Illawarra Dragons. I keep forgetting I need to add the Illawarra bit because of the merger with the Steelers. Fucking hell. I might actually have to... I do have to generally check this. When was the last time New South Wales won in Queensland? Oh, he's like a vlogger. Oh, okay. Do you like basketball? Yeah. I do like basketball. Not as much as I wish I could, but yeah, I don't mind basketball. So that's the number 10. I believe that is Vorton now. Makes it to the 25 for the second tackle. So here's the number 4 now for the St George. It's now Beale. Now Hunt's going for an early 40-20 kick. It's powering in, and it's going to be a 40-20 inside the 10. That is a brilliant kick there from Ben Hunt. And now from 10 metres out, the Dragons have a chance to go even further ahead. I'm actually just going to check here on the on this website, for State of Origin. Draw competition State of Origin. So still inside the 10. There's the first tackle now. Here's Hunt. Gives a short pass off to Blake Laurie, who's just short of the line now. Oh, hang on. There's going to be... They're playing back here. It's the number 11 here. That's Alex Glenn. He said he was claiming to be holding his head. Okay, 2019. No. 2018? No. 2017? No. 2017, actually, yeah. 2017 game 1, 28-4. So it's been 4 years since we've beaten Queensland. Man, Clippers and Lakers are on the verge of elimination. Yeah, I did see that. I did see LeBron leave 5 minutes early. Lakers are the best. Yeah, I support Lakers. Do you know BKR Sports? I know of him. I've never officially met him. So still inside the 10 now from the second. We'll continue on from the play. Oh, almost a breakthrough there for the Dragons again for the third tackle. Oh! Big slam there on the number 13 of Jackson Ford, but they're still going here. The Brisbane defence are holding up here at the moment. Dufty now gets it down the line, and it's going to be just short of the line for another try for Braden Williams now. Last tackle here for... Now Hunt now. Oh, it's the last tackle. Hunt! And Hunt, oh, he's lost the ball. And brilliant... Oh! So it's going to be a handover there for the Broncos. That's a very unfortunate there for the Dragons. It was brilliant play by Ben Hunt, but unfortunately he couldn't get over. Oh, he copied... Wait, in what... No, I highly doubt Big House Sports copies me. If anything, I probably copy him. Gotta go have a soccer game tomorrow. Right, see you, Moe. So here's the second tackle now for Brisbane. And make it to the 20 now. So here's the second tackle. That's Selwyn Cobbo. Makes it to the 30 for the third tackle. Now it's Flegler now. Makes it to the 45 for the fourth tackle. That's number 14. That's Kobe Hetherington now. I think that's his first play of the ball now. Last tackle here for the Broncos. It's a high kick up in the air. And... Oh, and it's a knock on there. That's a definite knock on there by the Dragons. There was a player trying to go to... I think it was Cody Ramsey. So here we go. Alex Glenn has come off the field. So, yep, something must have happened. There was a bit of a head clash. So Ramsey has knocked on for the Dragons. And now it's going to be a chance here for the Broncos to get some points on the board. So it's an interchange now for Brisbane. That's Asiata is coming off, and TC Rabati comes onto the field. So 25 minutes left from the try line now. Brisbane with the ball. Now here's the first tackle, and it's right in the exact same position. Now that's number 16. That's Ethan Bullimore. Makes it inside the 15 for the second tackle. Now give it down the line here. Now it's Gamble to Kelly. And it's a brilliant pass to TC Rabati. And he's been on the park for like a minute. Not even that. And TC Rabati gets his first try. What a brilliant bit of play there by Kelly and Gamble. And TC Rabati getting his first try of his NRL try in his career. He made his debut last week against Melbourne, I think was one of the things, I believe. But anyway, TC Rabati getting the first try. Run through the gap, easy as you like. And now it's 12 points to 10 with a kick to come. So now 13 minutes now remaining in the first half. It's now 12-10 with a kick to come with to make it 12-all, which will go through. So here's the kick now from Jermaine Asako to make this 12-all. He's 82% so far for the season. There's the kick, and it's going to go straight through. So 12 minutes remaining in the first half, and it is, in fact, 12-all. I feel like what might have been on about actually was I think he might be also streaming this game as well. If anything, in terms of that scenario, because he did it a lot. He did it. I only started doing like these NRL live streams like this year, whilst he's been doing it since like last year and even before then. So I don't think it's anything of a who copied who kind of thing, because a lot of people do this. Not so much for rugby league, but in soccer, like everyone does it. So here's the, that's number 16, that's Bullymore. He makes it to the 15 for the first tackle. Now they make it to the 25 now for the second tackle. Oh, hang on. That's Alvaro, and he's down on the ground. He's charged straight into it. I believe that's Bullimore, and he's definitely come out worse for wear. I decided to come check the score. Personally, don't watch Broncos or Dragons. Or Godoxroni. So Alvaro's come into the charge there. It was on is it Bullymore or Flegler? Oh, he's put his arms up there, but I feel like he's coming in, so he's kind of protecting his chest. I'm not too sure. I feel like there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. But Alvaro looks to be okay, maybe. So the referees have said it's been checked and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. They're trying to check this, Daniel. It's a forearm. So basically, it was a forearm to the head. But the thing is, he put his arms up to try to protect the ball. It's hard to say in those situations. So it looks a-okay. So it looks like play is happening on, and now Brisbane now make it to the third tackle now on the 40. And now they've called for the HIA. And Jack DeBellin now set to come onto the field. Apparently just said it's his first game. Jack DeBellin, his first game was the last game was September 2018. It's been 2 and a bit years, but Jack DeBellin is officially back. So here's the last tackle now for Brisbane. Before the last tackle's on the halfway. Who think's the best player in the world at the moment? I think probably Cleary. Bit of a safe one. I mean, he's leading the Dally M's at the moment. Oh, there's a chance here for Ramsey. He's broken through a couple of tackles here, and here's the second tackle now for the Dragons. Now just shy of the 40. So third tackle now for the Dragons. They make it to the 45. Still inside their own half. That's number 17. That is Jack DeBellin. He gets his first hit up. Not to... It's hard to tell. Oh, it's almost a brilliant play of the ball, but Ramsey's knocked it on again, unfortunately. And it's been picked up there by Cobbo. Cobbo's still going. He'll be brought down on the 45 inside the Dragons' half. 1,000 days since his last game. Holy shit. Welcome back. Not Tedesco. The thing with Tedesco, I don't know. The problem is, in comparing with like who the best player is, it's comparing like that's what I mean with Cleary and Tedesco. And Isawell should win. It's the thing, they should, but will. Oh, it's an offload there by the Broncos. Now they're out inside of the Dragons half, and that's number 12. Yeah, that's Pangai Jr. now. 25 minutes after the try line now for the second tackle. I feel like it's like because you can't exactly if you're trying to like the best play, it has to be from position because play-wise, a halfback is very different from like a fullback or from a second rower. It's a bit weird. So Kelly now, this is the fourth tackle. Kelly trying to go himself, gives it off to TC Rabati, and he scored again. TC Rabati has scored twice. And the Broncos are back in the lead. 16-12 with a kick to come. And TC Rabati has scored twice. Well done, the man. You're going to watch Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. I will. It depends on legally. No, I don't know. I'll watch it on one of those Fortnite streams on YouTube. Bro, if I kind of want Logan to win just to see the entire boxing world and the internet just fold itself in half and get set on fire. Because it will literally be the most shocking thing to ever happen in boxing. I've heard from a source it's rigged for Logan. Crack streams, yeah. So yeah, it's, I don't... got your hat. So there's the kick there. It's successful there by Jermaine Osaka. Has a big chance from what I've heard. Would be interesting to say, but I am actually going, in terms of boxing, I am actually going to the Paul Gallen Justice Hooney fight in Sydney. And I'm also going to the Tim Tszyu Zarafa fights in Newcastle. So it should be... I don't know why. Because the first boxing event I went to was Tszyu Hogan, like a couple of months back. And all of a sudden, I've just gotten really into the box, to the men have punch thing. So 8 minutes to go. It's 12 points to 18 in favour of Brisbane. They make it onto the 20 for the first tackle. So that is Ethan Bullymore gets dragged all the way back to the 15 for the second tackle. So that's Tavita Pangai Jr. now makes it to the 25 for the third tackle. Now Flegler, oh, and he's locked it on there, but it looks like a high shot, almost like a bit of a head clash there. Boxing is great, but American boxing is where it's at. Yeah, that's where all the big money fights are, and basically, that's what Australian boxing is. Basically, I should do boxing videos. I wouldn't mind doing vlogs for those fights, because I think I'll probably do it probably more likely for the Gallen and Hunt now. The Dragons are 10 away. It's still the first tackle here. Do a boxing live stream. Good. That next year, Broncos are getting Adam Reynolds. Yeah. That's going to be very interesting to see how Brisbane go. They're going to go down the sideline here, and it's a straight through the gap there. And the Dragons have scored. It's number 4. It is Gerard Beale, and it's 16-18 with a kick to come. Brilliant bullet pass there by Ben Hunt. Hello, Frenchie. Very, very good to see you, my man. I wouldn't mind doing a boxing stream. Would be interesting to do. If anything, if I was to vlog either one of the two fights, like Tszyu Zarafa or Gallen Hooney, it'd probably be Gallen Hooney because that one I'm going by myself. But the other one, the Tszyu Zarafa, I'm going with my brother and my father. Because it was me and my brother that went to the Tszyu Hogan fight. This is a good game. Yeah, this is actually it's kind of interesting this season of how the big blockbuster matches have turned out to be blowouts. But these matches, which aren't exactly promoted enough, are actually really close. Gallen would be a better blog. Yeah, and it's also kind of because it's actually for the Australian heavyweight title. And if Paul Gallen becomes the best Australian heavyweight boxer, I might actually cry. And there's the kick down the middle, and it's just sneaked in. It wasn't down the middle, it curved to the right a little bit, but it does sneak in. So 5.5 minutes remaining. It is 18 all. I do remember because they had at the Tszyu Hogan fight, they actually had Gallen was there to promote it. I didn't know that heavyweight. Yeah, I only found out because apparently Hooney won the Australian heavyweight title in his first fight. Yeah, so basically it's so the thing is that boxing titles are basically like, unless it's like the top like world championships, it's all confusing because like literally everyone has a title. It's like, oh, the Pan, New South Wales, Queensland intercontinental division title. It's like stuff like that. But yeah, so apparently this is for... So it's Hooney defending his Australian heavyweight title, and it's for some Pan-Australian title as well. I'm not... For the vacant. So here's an early kick for a 40-20. It's the number 9. It's McCullough. But it's going to get picked up there by Osaka with 5 minutes to go. Paul Gallen putting boxing on the map. I want Paul Gallen versus Jake Paul. I think that will be the fight of the century. The only thing that needs to happen is Jake Paul either needs to put on a lot of weight or Gallon needs to lose a lot of weight, because they're both in... Because I know Gallon's a heavyweight and Jake Paul's a cruiserweight. Gallon's a decent boxer. Yeah, I did go to the local pub and watch the fucking whoever he fought, he dropped in like the second round, Big Daddy. And it looks really good. So that was the last tackle there for Brisbane. They make it to halfway and here's the take there by Cody Ramsey. I forgot there was a football match on. And they make it to the 25, the first tackle. Fallon is too much weight, plus Gallant has taken drugs, unfair fight. So Alex Green is coming back on. Lucas Brown, the guys, that's it. There was Lucas Brown. So Glenn is coming back on the field. He's past his HIA. Or to either paying on a potential crushing of the neck on McCullough, but it looks maybe okay, but it might be brought back. So last tackle now. This is that is number 15. That is Farmasili. 45 metres inside his own half. Ben Hunt with the kick on the last tackle. It's high up in the air. It takes a bounce and it's Asako who's going to take it from the 15 and the 20. Oh, that looked like a bit of a long swinging hand there, and it's going to be a penalty against the Dragons here. Penalty for Brisbane with 3 minutes 26 remaining. Jake Paul is taking on former UFC champ Tyron Woodley in a couple of months. Gonna be interesting. So it's the number 11 that is Josh Kerr, who has just been put on report here. So 3 minutes 14 now remaining. In boxing, dangerous fight for Jake. This is going to be a great game, 100%. So the ball's been picked up on halfway here for Brisbane. So here comes the first charge. As that is number 11. That is Alex. Is that Glenn? That is Alex Glenn. So he's back on the field. Oh, and it's a breakthrough here for Lodge. Lodge making it to 30 metres away from the try line now for the second tackle. Now Gamble gives it off to Kelly. Gets it off to Arthurs. Arthurs now inside the 10. 5 metres away from the try line now. Third tackle for Brisbane. Now that is Glenn now. Makes it inside the 10 again now for the fourth tackle. And it's going to be a set restart here for Brisbane. On the fourth tackle. How was that a set restart? I have no idea. So second tackle now for Brisbane. Turban. Oh! He's going to get held up there. It's a held up. They're going to drag it back for the 10 for the fourth tackle. Yeah. Jake Paul versus Paul Campbell will never happen, but it's one of those funny things that be funny to see what would actually happen. So there's from the 10. It was still the fourth tackle now. Brisbane. Oh, and it's a knock on there by Brisbane. And Ramsey picks it up and it'll be brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. The Dragons making up the pressure here, and they've gotten the ball back here. So here's the second tackle for the 30. It's a ruck infringement here for the Dragons, but it's almost a knock on there immediately there by Jackson Ford. If Jack and Gallen would slap him silly. So here's Kerr now making it just shy of halfway now for the second tackle. There's 80 seconds remaining in this half. So there's Hunt. Bit of a flat pass there to DeBellum. Makes it to the 45 inside of the Broncos half. Now it's Hunt. He's giving it down the side here. That's the number 3 on it. He slipped. It was Braden William, but he has slipped. I think the pitch is a bit slippery. It has been raining a little bit up here. I don't know what the weather's been like in Sydney. They've got numbers down the side here if they can give it off to him. As Kerr now trying to break through now. Oh, and he's getting off an offload somehow. And Brisbane have gotten the ball. So 20 on the Dells on the 20 now. There was the first tackle for Brisbane. Now here's the second for Brisbane on the 25 as we've got 35 seconds remaining in this half. Matthew Lodge breaks it to the 35 for the third. Has anyone ever dropped Gallen in boxing? I know he's got one loss, or is it a draw? But anyways, there's going to be a knock on there by Brisbane. They need to set the scrum here. We want 2-point conversion. 2-point conversion now. 14 seconds remaining. The Dragons have a scrum on the 30. We want a 2-point conversion. Yeah, so will be interesting to say the very least. The Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight, that's not long away, is it? No, they're not going for it. But it's a kick over the top here for the Dragons. There's a bit of a chase and... Oh! No way! Osaka was basically jockeying the ball from trying to be away from grounded, and Dufty has somehow gone around and grounded it. No way. Dufty has somehow gotten past Osaka, who was trying to jockey it, and it's potentially scored right on half-time. Best try of the year. That has to be try of the year. The kick over the top there by Norman. He's onside Dufty. Did he ground it? He must have. We're going to have a check here. So here's the kick there. They're just going to check to see if he's grounded it. Oh, that's a try. He's grounded it. Absolute brilliant barnstorming pace there by Osako. Oh no, but not Osako, by Dufty. Why did Osako started jockeying from basically as soon as he entered? He should have just... He should have waited a little bit later. But anyways, Dufty has scored the try of the season right on half-time. So it's 22-18 with a kick to come. I know they talk about Addo Carr being the fastest player in the game, but I honestly think Dufty would probably give him a run for his money, to be fair. That was a good try, even though I'm going for the Bronx, yeah. So here we go. This kick now. Corey Norman, who's 3 from 3 from the night. This to make it 24-18 and go into the halftime break. 6 points ahead. And there's a kick down the middle. And it's halftime. 24-18 to the St George Dragons. The Dragons. We have a game here. This is... Even though the Dragons have scored right on halftime, I think still this is probably going to be one of the most competitive matches so far. Dufty is the 5th fastest in the NRL. Hell yeah. Josh Adokar versus Tyreek Hill, make it happen. I remember they did something back in the late 90s. I think it was for the footy show, like trying to figure out who was the fastest player in the NRL, because they did like a 100-metre sprint. And I think it was won by Darren Albert, who played for the Knights at that point. Because Darren Albert was a fucking absolute... maybe for like in terms of like modern, he wouldn't be as quick, but in the late 90s, no one was faster than Darren Albert. Like he pulled off like one of the... Anyway, so that is halftime. How's Selwyn Combs' game? Give us your feedback. He hasn't had that much of the ball, to be fair, but do you remember his time at the 100? I don't think they were tracking time, to be completely honest. It was on the footy show. I think they... I'm going to check, actually. I don't have copyright, so I might just look for the video, actually. No halftime break. I'm just going to be staying here. Footy show fastest player. Was the... Oh, it must be on Facebook. 1990s. No. Oh, here it is. Fastest man in rugby league, 1999. Do they have a time? It was... It was also wet, to be fair. Yeah, there isn't... For some reason, they didn't have a timer up there. It literally is just like the footage of the game. If I were a Knights fan, I remember Darren Albert. I'll never forget his... What am I saying I'll never forget? I wasn't even alive when it happened. It was against North Sydney. It was the prelim final in 97, and one of the North Sydney players broke through a tackle and was running, and Albert came from the other side of the field, got his legs and spun them so he couldn't ground it, and he pulled him out. And it's like, remember Mad Dog Adam McDougall? Yep. Absolutely brilliant player. Okay, yeah, Paul Gallen boxing record. I think boxing record. Boxrec.com. An absolute beautiful site. Oh, so he hasn't lost. The only thing of the other one was actually it was a draw. So, Matt Gilly was fantastic too. Yep. But he kind of like the that pass there. It's like it's just how you do it really. So yeah, so Paul Gallen is undefeated. The only thing he was close was a draw against Barry Hall back in 2019. So it's for the vacant IBF Pan Pacific Heavyweight title, but I believe it is also for the Australian Heavyweight title. Gallen versus Hooney. Gonna just check the details here. I'm fairly certain I read somewhere it's for the Australian Heavyweight title. Because Hooney actually had to defend, he fought against, who was it? He fought someone a couple of weeks ago, like not that long ago. Who do I prefer, Kurt Gilly or Matt Gilly? Probably Kurt, because even when like just 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, Kurt was there. Because Matt was like from the era before I was born, so. Oh, where is okay. Justice who I think it's on his wiki. Justice Hooney. No, not Paul. No, I just want his wiki. We can just pull this up. Justice Hooney's 22 years old. Kurt was more versatile, yeah. Justice Hooney's a year older than me, and he's the Australian heavyweight boxing champion. And I'm here. Oh, okay. So it's okay. So is it not for the world title? Must be the case here because on the notes I thought it was like. So yeah, he fought not that long ago, 26th of May against Christian Soy. Unanimous decision. It went the distance. Unanimous decision. So it says Paul Gallen, the ICC exhibitions. No, that's not. Hang on, that's not right. It's at some theatre. For vacant IBF Pan Pacific heavyweight title, so it's not for the Australian title. Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to take just get a drink. So we'll be popping up with the halftime thing, but we'll be back in like a minute's time. And I just realised I need to edit it, to be fair, so I will be back. Okay, there we go. We're back. Checking everything is going all well. Yep. So yeah, I will say this game has definitely got the biggest chance of being being very competitive. So there's been 42 points scored in one half. This will be like one of the highest where it's been both teams like split. To be fair. Hang on, where is this? Hang on. Gallen versus Hooney. It says it's at the community centre on the pages, but I think that's wrong because it said it's at a different place. Yeah, the Aware Super Theatre. That's where the fight's at. Logan Paul for the win. How do you actually watch Logan Paul versus Mayweather? Where to watch. How to watch rules and full fight card. The pay-per-view starts 10 a.m. Monday. Or actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think you buy the paper from DAZN. Okay. I don't think I can actually do that because I actually have a university exam, online exam during those hours. So I might have to skip that one. Unfortunately. Oh, it's on main event. J-Paul vs. Benrak I saw for free on YouTube. Yeah. Same here. I do remember when I was watching that and people were talking about saying that Askren took a dive or anything like that. It was a channel from Shayna Baszler. She's she used to be a UFC fighter, but she now works at WWE. And basically she said about how Askren's legs went stiff, which is basically the telltale sign that he's been knocked out. And when the ref told him to come forward, he went away, which means yeah, you're screwed. And then they waved it off. So yeah. Oh, when's this? There's also this big YouTuber boxing event happening. Austin McBroom versus Bryce Hall is also happening. Bryce Hall versus Austin McBroom. How do we watch it? The 5th of June. Hang on, that's Sunday. How do you watch it? Live X5, you can buy pay-per-view tickets for $30. Oh my god, there's going to be a performance by DJ Khaled. Yeah, it was a clean shot that put Ben down. Yeah. Ben was askren for it. Well done. Anyways, both teams have just come out here on that bombshell. That was fair play by Mr. Castro. So getting ready now. They're just about to kick off the second half. Brisbane are kicking off. They are running to the right of the screen. And we are underway now for the second half of this matchup. So there's the big charge there by the number 16 of Alvaro, who must have passed his HIA. Makes it to the 15 for the first tackle. That's number 15, that is Farmasili. He makes it to the 25 for the second tackle. Now they're going to go down the left side here. And so make it to the 35 for the third tackle. That's kind of messed up. Kind of interesting because in one weekend you've got the YouTube versus TikTok boxing event. And then you got Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. That's mad. So halfway now, the Dragons, our last tackle. They're going to kick it back to Corey Norman. And it's going to be taken there by Asako on the 15. And he'll be brought down on the 25 for the first tackle. Oh no, there's a knock on there by Brisbane. Oh, but it's going to be a challenge here by Brisbane here. Very early to challenge, but if you're sure, you're sure. So they're going to review this depending on if it's a knock on or not. So the challenge is unsuccessful there for Brisbane. So that means within 1 minute 30 into the second half, they've burnt their challenge. So that means they can't challenge anything else for the rest of the match. Very unfortunate there by Jermaine Asako. So now 30 metres away from the try line now. The Dragons have another chance to extend their lead. And here's the charge. Here's the first tackle. And they're going to make it to the 20 metres away from the try line. Going on the short side, that is Alvaro. Now knocking on the door inside the 10. They're going to go down the side here. That's number 17. That's DeBella now. 5 metres away from the try line now. Third tackle here for the Dragons. Now Hunt gives it off a flat pass to Josh Kerr, but he's still being held up. Fourth tackle. Now McCullers giving the ball off to DeBellin. He'll get brought down now. 5 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for the Dragons. They're going to give it off to the left side. Ben Hunt's passed it to Norman. And it's a grubber. And it's been picked up there by Jermaine Asako. But he's been dragged back. And it's going to be a goal line dropout for Brisbane in favour of the Dragons. So here's the kick from the goal line, drop out. Makes it to the 45, and here's a big charge here for Farmasili, and he makes it to the 25 for the first tackle. And now that's Alvaro now into the 15, now almost onto the 10. 10 metres away from the try line now, second tackle. Now they're going to go down the right to the left here actually. There's Walker with a flat pass to Jack Bird. But it's the third tackle now. Now Hunt. They've got numbers if they... Oh, there was... Ravalawa was there completely on the wing there if you wanted to pass. But the Dragons are just short of the line there. Was Beale. So here's a fourth tackle. Norman goes for a grubber. And it's a big charge. Sasako has put it away from the charge down from Jack Bird. So it's going to be another goal on dropout here by Brisbane. As we're 4 minutes gone in this second half. And there's the kickoff. I mean, not the kickoff, the kick from goal line dropout. Makes it to the 45. And here's a charge there by Farmer Silly, who makes it to the 30 for the first tackle. Is he alright? Oh. So Farmer Silly and a number 7 is the number 17. TC Rabadi have collided heads. Why are they booing that? It was a head clash. So Paisa Farmer Silly has got to be taken off. Why should he be sent off? It was literally a head clash. Oh. Never mind, there was a shoulder up there as well by TC Rabadi. Never mind. I just saw the shoulder. I thought it was just a head clash. But then again, we did see a Knights player who was going up for a kick from a bomb, absolutely bloody clotted. So TC Rabadi has been sin-binned here. So Brisbane are now down to 12 until 25 minutes left into this matchup. Bit unfortunate for him as he has had an absolute blinder of a first half with 2 tries. So there was a penalty. They take the tap, St George, and they make it to the 20 for the first tackle. Now they're going to go down the left side here. The Dragons have got plenty of numbers here. It's a 3-on-1, and they give it out to the winger. And that is a diving try there for Cody Ramsey. And it's 28-18 for the St George Dragons. There's a cameraman like right there where Cody Ramsey got to his feet. He almost shat himself. Oh, hang on. They looked forward. Hang on. I thought that... I don't know why, but I feel like the pass from the pass to Ramsey looked forward. Is it? I'm not too sure. I don't think it was, but we're just going to check here. Just before the 10, or I think it's one of those, you pass it back, but it does go forward kind of things. So, but I think it's not enough. I think it wasn't exact, but like, it's all fine. It's all fine. Scratch it. Here's a kick here from the sideline, and that's a brilliant kick there by the Dragons. So Corey Norman now makes it 5 from 5, and it's now 30 points to 18 in favour of the Dragons. So there's a kickoff there by the Broncos. And you got to think already within the sim bin, they've gotten a try. How many more can they get from this? First tackle's on the 15 for the Dragons. So here's the second tackle now. It's the 25. It's number 16. That is Alvaro. And now that's number 11. That is Josh Kerr, making it just shy of the 40 for the third tackle. So now it's number 17. That is Jack DeBellin, now making it to halfway for the fourth tackle. And there's Corey Norman, who takes with the kick on the fourth. It's been picked up there by Asako. Now it's given to Cobbo, and Cobbo takes a bit of a tumble. He gets brought down on the 5. The pitch must be very slippery because they're all slipping and sliding out there. So that's Asako now, gets it just past the 10 for the second tackle. Second half possession, 92% in favour of the Dragons. Now here's the third tackle there for the Broncos, now on the 20. And it's going to be a high shot here by the Broncos. No, by the Dragons, sorry, but a penalty to the Broncos. It was Daniel Alvaro. It was on Farnworth. Oh, yeah. It was on Farnworth there. So there's a kick from the penalty. It's going to be picked up right on halfway here for the Broncos. Sorry, I'm like, glad Dragons are leading. It's good to see you, Markun. So, you're right on time if you're a Dragons fan. So 6 minutes remaining till Rabadi comes back onto the field for the Broncos. That's Lodge now. Lodge has broken through a few tackles and he gets brought down for the third tackle. 25 metres away from the try line now, Brisbane. And now Hetherington's now 15 metres away now for the fourth tackle. Now it's Kelly, who's given it off to Farnworth now. They're 10 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. They're going to go down the short side here. Kelly now with the grubber. And Ravalawa takes it. It'll get brought down just in front of the line for the first tackle. And now that's number 4. That is Gerard Beale now. Oh, hang on. Kobe Hetherington is seriously limping here. Ravioli had a haircut. Hell yeah. So Hetherington has limped straight off the field in one of those power limps. And it's going to be a penalty here to the Dragons for, I believe it was a high shot by Kelly. So let's have a look here. So Hetherington... Oh, it's an ankle that, let's just say got the ankle went one right way and the pitch went the other. That does look a bit bad there. Referee hasn't called time off from that high shot from Kelly, but so that was the penalty. So the first tackle here, that's number 11. That's Josh Kerr. Makes it to the 45 inside of the Dragons half of the first, Broncos half of the first tackle. And now that is Paul Vaughan. Now makes it to the 35. Now here's Josh Kerr again. Makes it to the 20 now. Now they're going to go down the right, the left here where they got the other try. Almost a breakthrough there for Jack Bird. Fourth tackle now, they're 10 metres away. And now DeBur. And Dufty, and there's a pass out to Josh Kerr. And there's another try for St George. Hang on, the referee hasn't given it. What's happened? Video ref, they got no try. I think they're looking for an obstruction here. It was the number 8. It was Blake Laurie who ran through as a decoy runner. But what can he do? They're going to score anyways. So Laurie is a decoy run who goes through He makes a pass and stopped. No one makes he makes contact with nobody. Josh Kerr's moved on the outside. It's not an obstruction. It's going to be a try here for the Dragons. So there it is. It's 34-18 to the Dragons with the kick to come, with still 30 minutes remaining. That's 2 tries now scored by the Dragons inside this sin bin period for the Broncos. I'm loving all these short passes here. It's been very good short passes here by Brisbane. This will make it 6 from 6 for Corey Norman. Oh, and it's at the post, and it's gone in anyways. I thought he was going to smack the post, but it's gone just on the inside and gone through. So now it's 36 points to 18 for the St George Dragons. So there's the kickoff there by the Broncos. Kobe Hetherington has apparently got a left ankle injury. He is walking on it, but it's very unlikely that it's going to come back onto the field. Here's the second tackle for the Dragons to make it to the 25 inside their own half. Now they make it to the 35 now for the third tackle. And it's going to be an early kick here for a potential 40-20. It's definitely behind the... Oh, it's taking it back, and then Cobbo... And Ramsey was a pressure on Cobbo, and the kick, it's like come off Cobbo, but Cobbo's able to catch it, so Brisbane have gotten the ball on the 20 for the first tackle. As the main referee does slip over. The pitch must be really slippery. So here's a fourth tackle now for Brisbane. They make it to the 30, I believe, still. Haven't made many meters. So Rabati's now 1 minute 36 from coming back into the game. So last tackle here for Brisbane. Now here's the kick from Kelly. It's down the line. It's going to it's going to be out on the 15 for the Dragons. Right, there's 26 minutes remaining. The the Broncos are about to get their player back. As Jack DeBellin comes off the field. And that's Ravalawa. Makes it to the 30 for the second tackle. Oh, Brisbane got... Oh, Dragons, it was Dufty there. He's gotten the ball. He's going to get brought down on the 45 for the third tackle. It's going to be a penalty here to St George for a hand on the ball. So TC Rabati is set to come back onto the field. But the Dragons now get the ball 30 metres away from the try line now from the penalty. As Blake Laurie now takes the first hit up and gets brought down on the 25 for the first tackle. Now Hunt. Pass all the way to the top to Ravalawa. Ravalawa's got 4 Brisbane players meeting him, but he'll get brought down 5 metres away from the try line now for the second tackle. going to go try the other side here now. Laurie almost breaking through, but he's going to get brought down on the 10 for the third tackle. Now Kerr almost making it there. He's about a metre away from the try line now. Fourth tackle. Now it's another short play there, a metre away from St George. Now last tackle here for the Dragons. They're going to go down the left side again. Hunt fakes the kick, gets a pass off to the number 12. It was Bird, but he's going to get held up, and it's going to be a changeover here for Brisbane. They hang on, and they are set to get back TC Rabadi from the sin bin. As that is Palacia now makes it to the 5 for the first tackle. Now here's Pangai Jr. making it to the 10. For the completions in their second half, 11 out of 11 for St George and 3 out of 4 for Brisbane. So just kind of show who's had the ball mostly in this match. So third tackle now. Brisbane haven't made a pass to 28. They have made a pass now. It's Farnworth who makes it to the 30 for the fourth tackle. Now Brisbane now making it to the 45 now. Last tackle here for Brisbane. Oh, and Gamble has knocked it on from the pass. Bit unlucky there. Tyson Gamble's trying to get the pass or catch the pass, but he's unfortunately knocked it on here. So here's number 30, and that is Jackson Ford now getting to the 35 inside of the Broncos half. The Dragons still 30 minutes over the try line now for the second tackle. They're going to go down the left side now. As that is number 12, that is Jack Bird. Now 15 metres away from the try line now. Third tackle, now it's Bird. No, it's Hunt, sorry. Hunt now inside the 10. He's now 5 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle. I'm glad Broncos stuffed up, but the ball went backwards on his hand. Yeah. But the problem is, though, they couldn't challenge it because they used their challenge like 90 seconds into the second half. Unfortunately for him. Now Hunt now with the ball. It's on the last tackle. Dufty. Pass all the way up to Ravalawa. It's a dive for the line. I think he scored that. I think he might have scored that. That's going to be close. But they said they've gotten it. They're gonna check this. I think he stayed in here, so this will make it 40-18 with a kick to come. Is this the first time we've got 1 to 5 all scoring? Staying in, try. Or hang on, does the ball touch the post before it hits the ground? Because that was a try that was ruled out not that long ago. Yeah, that's a try. It was his hand who hit the ball, so Ravalawa has gotten a try, so it's 40-18 with a kick to come. And if you see here, that's 7 tries for the St George Dragons. And if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fullback, both centres, and both wingers have scored a try. And I think if they get 2 more tries and it's Norman and Hunt that scores, we could have an entire back sweep. I don't know if that's an actual thing. Or, yeah, it's his hand. It's completely fine. That's a try. And I thought this was going to be very close, but I feel like that Simbin just messed with Brisbane's mojo. Michaeli Ravalawa scored in all 3 games versus Brisbane. Another kick from the sideline here by Corey Norman. And here's the kick. Oh, it's going to miss it. Doesn't curl enough, so he was 6 from 6, but it's now 6 from 7. So it'll remain 40 points to 18 with 20 minutes remaining. Yeah, it's definitely going to be 50 points scored against Brisbane. And the thing is, though, I don't think it's warranted, but it's just that Simbin's really messed him up, unfortunately, for the Broncos. And it's a short kickoff here by Brisbane. It's been patted back. And somehow the Dragons have gotten the ball. And it's been a knock on by Dragons because it was tapped and went forward. So, are they going to challenge it? Dragons have a challenge, so they're going to challenge it. Basically, it was a short kickoff, and they're trying to see if the Dragons' pat back had gone forward. Very interesting that we go for a short kickoff there. So it's batted back by Brisbane. Then it's either between Hunt... Oh, Hunt's touched that. Hunt and Kelly go for it. Oh. I think that it hits Kelly's hand definitely, but did it hit Hunt's hand before? They were trying to go for the footage, and there's like a shot of Alfie Langer. There's an ice cream truck in shot. That's why they're joking about ice cream. Andrew Voss wants a choc top. That's touched Kelly. So it's a double knock on. So the challenge is successful. So it's a double knock on there and Brisbane was the first one. So Brisbane, the Dragons will get the ball on their 40, and they regain that challenge. So there we go, there's the scrum feed here for the Dragons. As Dufty will get brought down on the 40 inside of the Dragons half of the first tackle. As we now cross into the final 20 minutes of the half. And the second tackle will make it to halfway. Now Hunt now, let's get it to down the line. So that's number 4, that is Beale. Makes it to the 25 inside of the Broncos half for the third tackle. Now it's Dufty to Hunt. Now that's to Vaughton, who makes it to the 20 for the fourth. Now they're going to go down the right side here. So here's last tackle. They're on the 10 here. Going down the side here, that's Norman to Dufty. Dufty with a kick. Oh, and it's a knock on there by Brisbane. Brisbane have picked it up, so it should be a set restart. Yep, it is. Another set. Oh, that's a high shot, maybe. So now that's number... But it's going to be a penalty for a strip there by St George. A penalty for St George from the strip by Brisbane. It's just looking very, very ugly here for the not the Dragons. They're loving life for the Broncos. I mean. So there's the first tackle there, 5 meters away. They're going to go down the right here. Oh, and it's a knock on there. It was number 13. It was Jackson Ford who lost it. This is going to be a change over here to Brisbane. So it's a scrum feed on the 10 for the first tackle. Not for the first tackle. The first tackle hasn't even happened yet. Telekayoi, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Little Chris said, can't believe the Dragons are letting Dufty go. Really? Have they said where Dufty's going? Like which club is he? Oh, isn't he the one who's going over? No. So here's the second tackle here for Brisbane now on the 20. So if someone could let me know where Dufty is going, that'd be grand. Oh, Brisbane have lost it here, have they? But no, it's going to be a... What's happened? 17.5 minutes to go. The whistle's gone. I don't know what for, because they're aiming the camera at the Broncos coach box. So it's a scrum feed here. I think it was a knock on. I think it was a strip by Vaughton, but he knocked on. I might check, actually. Oh, no. So it's a scrum feed here to Brisbane. I believe Paul Vaughton made a strip, but he has knocked it on in the process. So now Brisbane now. They're going to go down the sideline here. That's Jermaine Asako. Asako, and he's lost it. But it's a strip, and he's calling for something, but it's a play on. It's a one-on-one strip. And the Dragons have the ball on halfway for the first tackle. And here comes the second on the 45. As that is Jack Bird. Why didn't he pass? Why didn't he pass to bloody Cobbo? So Dragons now make it to the 30 inside of the Broncos half for the third tackle. Oh, brilliant play there. Oh, the pass has gone back. Oh. Ravalo. It says been knocked back. The pickup was a bit dodgy, but it's fourth tackle now, 20 metres out. Now that is Josh Curnow. He's now 10 metres away from the try line now. Last tackle here for St George. Hunt tries to go himself, and he scores. Ben Hunt has scored for the Dragons, and it's 44-18 with 15 to go. The back sweep might actually happen here. It might. Ravioli knocks on and it's okay. I don't know. I don't know about that ruling. Not sure which club for Dufty yet. Maybe Bulldogs. Oh, okay. The Bulldogs are making some moves at the moment because they're getting what? They're getting Addo Carr next year, and then potentially could get Dufty. Be pretty interesting what will happen. So Ben Hunt with a very Andrew Johns-esque type play there to get the try. So now all we need is Corey Norman to score, and then we will have an entire back sweeps in terms of tries. From everyone from all the backs from number 1 to number 7 all scoring. We just need Corey Norman to score. So Ben Hart scoring in back-to-back games now. This conversion, which is right in front anyways, because he scored under the black dot, will make it 46-18 to St George. So there it is. There's the conversion's gone through. 14.5 minutes remaining. It is a 28-point lead. I was having a mind blank there, sorry. So it's a 28-point lead now for St George. Just need Corey Norman to score and we get the back sweeps. Uh-oh. Jermaine Asako's come off the field. I don't know if he's been pulled off or he's... There's a quick kick off there. Oh, and Ravioli with a brilliant catch, diving to get the short kick off. Hello, Nixon. Nice to see you, my man. So Gerard Beale now makes it onto halfway for the second tackle. There is a change. Ellis now comes on, the 18th man for Laurie. Come on, we just want Corey Norman to score so we get the sweeps, and then we'll also get the 50 points. Hi, Nixon. Welcome to the Ravioli Show. That actually might be a really successful cooking show. Oh. So it's a knock on there by St George. Are they going to challenge this? No. Was too tired to watch this game tonight. Fill me in. Basically, it was 18 all at half time. TC Rabadi scored 2 tries and Mead scored a try for Brisbane. And it was Jack Bird and I think it was Williams who scored as well. And then basically there was a sin bin to TC Rabadi and Dragons scored 2 tries and then basically it's just been a run through. Dufty, so basically the Dragons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 have scored. We're just needing the 6 for the back sweep. Josh Kerr and Jack Bird have also scored for the Dragons. And now we're at this point. So, there's the third tackle here. Oh, good pass here. That's the Farnworth now. 4th tackle here for Brisbane. They could still score here, Brisbane. 25 metres away from the try line here. They're going to go down the side here. They've got numbers here. And TC Rabadi goes himself. He should have just passed and couldn't have gotten Selwyn Cobbo a try in his debut. Last tackle here for the Broncos. And it was a grubber kick. And it's come off the back heel of a Dragons player and then hoofed out of the field. So it's going to be a goal line dropout here for the Dragons. Cheers, big scoreline, Harsh. Should make it 50, I reckon. 100%. When was the last time that all of the starting backs scored? With number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 all scoring. Sure, that's not been a thing. Or maybe it might have been a thing, but we just need Corey Norman to score for the Dragons. No, Corey Norman's having an early mark, so fuck me. Damn it. Corey Norman's now off the field, so he's gotten an early mark. So we're not getting a complete back sweep, but we do get a attacking sweep with the 1 to 5. So third tackle here to Brisbane. 20 metres away from the try line now. They've got numbers on the side here. Was that Cobbo? So 4th tackle now for Brisbane. They're 10 metres out. Now here's Flegler. He's now inside the 5. What a brilliant offload. He goes like 10 metres back, so it's still the 4th tackle here. And Farnworth has gotten the ball, so he's now 15 metres away from the try line. Last tackle here for Brisbane. To basically just get a consolation. Now Kelly now with the grubber. And it's been picked up by the Dragons, but he's been dragged into the goal mouth. So it's going to be another goal line dropout here for the Dragons. So the interchange here is, I believe, then just go to the replay. So another set of 6 here for the Broncos. I mean, so Norman has come off and Talatau Amoni comes on to replace him. Short dropout here by the Dragons. Now the Dragons have gotten the ball, but it's a knock on anyway. So 15 metres left from the try line. Brisbane do get the ball and a full set of 6 to potentially get some tries. Did I accidentally upload for more? No, I didn't. So they've got numbers here. Brisbane now that's Alex Glenn now, 15 metres away now for the first tackle. Now they're going to go down the left side here. That's right. Oh my god, I can't even tell my lefts and rights. They're inside the 10 now, 5 metres away from the try line now. That's number 12. That is Tavita Pangai. Now Lodge now gets an offload to Davida Pangai. Pangai still going with the ball. Gets an offload now to Kelly. Kelly still going, but Kelly be brought down on the 10 for the third tackle. Now they're going down the side here. That's Lodge now with an offload to Davida Pangai. Pangai still holding onto the ball. Pangai still going, and he's brought down on the 10 for the 4th tackle. Hang on, there's a player who's down. I don't know which one. I think it's Josh Kerr. But also Tavita Pangai, but I think everything's all good. We got 9 minutes remaining now in this matchup. There's a kick over the top, and that's a try there for Brisbane. A brilliant kick there from Tyson Gamble with Jesse Arthurs with the run. And the Brisbane do score, so it's going to be 22. What do you think about no Milford? I don't know. It's like, I do feel like Milford does help Brisbane, but to be completely honest with this game, I don't think Brisbane could have really done any better. I don't think there could be much of a difference even if Milford was playing. Are the buys because of Origin next week? Yes. That is the case. So that means to go this to make it 46-24 for Brisbane. Now, Tyson Gamble, his first attempt at a kick, and he gets it. So, less than 8 minutes remaining. It is a 22-point lead. I'm fairly certain it's pretty much they need to score 4 converted tries in 8 minutes. It's not impossible, but they do need like the football gods to basically slide the difficulty to recruit and the sliders, the CPU sliders all the way down and the user slides all the way up. Also, Brisbane. So apparently it's Corey Norman. He is on ice. That sentence can definitely be taken out of context, 100%. So there's the first tackle there for Brisbane now, just shy of the 20. So Dragons' next 5 games, they've got the Bulldogs away, the Raiders at home, the Warriors away, then a bye, and then Manly away. So here's the third tackle now for Brisbane. They get to the 35. As Broncos' next 5 games are the Raiders away, the Rabbitohs at home, the Sharks at home, then the bye, and then the Tigers at home. So what do you think of the Raiders' situation this year from top 4 start season till 14th on the ladder now? I don't know. It's just it's a fortunate situation. It was something like that with the Knights not that long ago, where we were like 4th, and then we just kept losing matches. I think the culture down in Canberra is a little bit toxic because of like so there might be something like in the sheds there might be something genuinely wrong where there is a bit of toxicity. So I know for Canberra it's a very unfortunate situation for them. So here's the number 13. That is Jackson Ford. Very sad for Raiders. Yeah. So third tackle now for the St George. They're on the 45 now. 6 minutes 25 remaining. Now that's number 14. That is Amoni, who gets to the 35 inside of the Broncos half for the 4th tackle. Now that's Alvaro. Gives it to Hunt. Up. And it's going to be a penalty to Brisbane for a definite obstruction. Yeah, do you think that they'll finish top 5 next year, or do you think this is the end of the Raiders era for a few years or more? I think it depends of like if it does get like way too toxic and they have to cut players and do a rebuild, then maybe. But because it does remind me a little bit because of it was the 2018 the Steelers when they had like a lot of good players, but the inside the sheds it was absolute toxicity. Where you got like Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger and all that, basically causing a lot of shit. So I don't know if they if Canberra can, I think in terms of the sheds, calm the fuck down in the in layman's terms, then they can definitely be top. I would say they can make the finals. Not sure about top 5 though. But if they do have to rebuild and to basically cut out all the toxicity, then I wouldn't be surprised if it would take them a few more years to get back up to it. So last cycle here for Brisbane, 4 minutes 40 remaining. Kick over the top. And Ramsey has knocked it on, and Cobbo's going to be dragged out. It's going to be a double knock on. So it's going to be a scrum feed here to Brisbane on the 10-metre line inside of the Dragons half. So there's Farnworth now gets brought down for the first tackle on the 15 for the first. Oh, it's going to be ruck infringement anyways. Now Flegler will get the first tackle now on the 10 for the first tackle. Haha, do you like Ricky Stewart? I watched the press conference for him and his reaction. Funny. That's the thing. I actually like Ricky Stewart a lot. It's just I think he's a how do I say this? I think he's a coach who can very good for periods of times where he can have teams punch above their weight. Brisbane passed it to the Saints. Oh yeah, they did. They looked like a bit of a crusher there against the Dragons. So first tackle now for the Dragons on their 15. So here's the second tackle now. They're on the 20 now. Basically just running down the clock here. They've got 3 minutes remaining. Now that is Jack Bird now makes it to the 30 for the third tackle. Now here's number 10. That's Paul Vaughan now making it to the 40 for the fourth tackle. So here's that's Hunt, and that's his Amoni, who's going to get brought down on the 45. Attempted strip there by Kelly, but he holds onto it. So last tackle here for the Dragons. As Hunt now goes for a kick over the top. It's a very short kick. Can they get an offload here? They do. Hunt's now got the ball, and it's given it off, and it's going to be 50. Dufty has scored again. Somehow one of the weirdest kicks I've ever seen. Must have taken the hell of a deflection, but the Dragons are able to get the ball. And Dufty gets a double for it with 2 minutes remaining. There is 50 points scored. We didn't see it happen last week against the Broncos, but we do get it tonight. So as a pass to Hunt, Hunt kicks it up, and it takes a very deflected. It's caught by a Dragons player, and then he gets the offload back to Hunt, who then just passes it to Dufty, who gets the try. Bit of a rough night for Cobbo. But I think it's morally rough as a whole for the... So there it is. There's 50. So basically time just going to keep running down now. 1 minute 10 remaining. The try's been confirmed. Of course, it's going to be confirmed. And our conversion here from... It won't be Corey Norman, actually, because he's off the field. So Dufty's got 2 tries, 5 try assists. That is ridiculous. So he's 9 tries have been scored by the Broncos. The Dragons tonight. And it says here, so 2 tries and 5 try assists. That means that Dufty has been a part of 7 out of 9 tries tonight. That is ridiculous. I think anyone who gets Dufty would be very, very lucky. And here's the conversion here. It was from the number 12. It's from Jack Bird right down the middle. And it's confirmed it's 52-24 with 30 seconds remaining. Time's just going to run down with this kickoff. We'll say though, Ben Hunt is... I think Ben Hunt's back to his best here. I think he's probably the most underrated halfback in the game. So here's 30 seconds now remaining. Number 16, that's Alvaro, now gets to the 25. As there's 20 seconds remaining, so they're going to get like 2 more tackles anyways. So there's number 13, that's Jackson Ford, now making it to the 30 for the second tackle. As we now cross into the final 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. Do they go for one more try? No. There goes the siren. And the St George Dragons with a dominant win of the Brisbane Broncos. I will say Broncos are doing a lot better, but still got a fair amount of way to make up. So yeah, that's Dragons in Sing tonight. Great stuff. Yeah, Greg Bird doing. I mean, not Greg Bird. Ben Hunt. Greg Bird. No, but Ben Hunt. Playing some real. I think like that core of Ben Hunt, Dufty, and Corey Norman has gone pretty well so far. I mean, all the 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those numbered players all scored for the Dragons. So. Yeah, very good play for them. So tomorrow I'm not doing the Tigers. Panthers game because I will be away tomorrow. Who plays Saturday? I'm just going to check. So Saturday, the Storm versus the Titans, and then on Sunday is the Knights versus the Eels. They still have up 25 points. So yeah. Good stream and have a good one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you on Saturday. I think it's all because like this all short rounds. I think everybody's just waiting for Wednesday for Origin, which I will be streaming. Don't worry, we are going to be streaming for State of Origin. It's probably going to be one of the most divisive streams in terms of the chats, with obviously people backing New South Wales and Queensland, but should be very good. So. Thank you all, and I'll see you on Saturday for the next match, which is the Storm and the Titans.